Okay, so this is just a short video. I just wanted to share this thing that I found. It's not a huge deal, but it's still interesting. It has to do with Jeff Lewis's new show on Freevee, called Hollywood Houselift. I always want to call it Hollywood House Flip, but yeah, I don't know. I can't stop saying that to myself. Anyway, I found this story that this blogger, which I am going to give full credit, you'll see in a minute, for what happened to him or her in regards to the show. But I did think it was so interesting because it kind of gives you some insight into the behind the scenes of his show. And since I'm always interested in Jeff Lewis gossip, because it's not easy to find Jeff Lewis gossip, because he generally positions it before we have a chance to gossip about it. And so puts it to bed fast, whatever it is. Because he's got so many shows, he can do that. And it's smart. It's really, really smart. Not a lot of privacy with Jeff. He's kind of puts it all out there. Anyway, so this is a nugget. It's kind of a behind the scenes of some stuff that went on with this show. So anyway, throw it on the YouTube and see if you guys enjoy it. Okay, here we go. Short one, short and sweet. Fly on the Wall Entertainment is the production company for Jeff Lewis's new show on Freevee. And so what happens is this producer reaches out to Reality Blurred and he says, we really want to use a headline about Jeff Lewis that you wrote. And it surprised this influencer because it was a negative story and it was a negative headline. And he was like, wait a minute, why do you want to use a negative headline about Jeff Lewis on his new show that he's also executive producer on? Because why would he want to do that? And the producers disclosed to this blogger that they were trying to make the show about Jeff Lewis's rite of passage from being like, a really messed up guy to being a really, successful guy who's in therapy doing all these things. Jeff had said on Andy Cohen's Watch What Happens Live, he kept commenting that he's, in therapy and he's not, he really regrets a lot of his actions with some of the men that was on his former show Flipping Out and how he behaved and his troubled relationships with people he worked with and all these things. So I have a feeling that that was like a subliminal pitch for his new show, because that's an underlying theme we find out from this blogger, that it's a, what they're going to make part of the show about. Originally, it was just supposed to be him flipping, C actors' houses and really focusing more on his work, like the design and the way he's thought about making the house more valuable and all this stuff, and less about his personal drama. But it sounds like they're still covering that and they're rebrand him as not so much of an a-hole. So anyway, this blogger gets reached out to and he's really surprised. And then they send a release form to use his headline, which he said he got a traditional release form from a reality show company, but when he read it, it was horrific. I will post the release form because he was nice enough to post it, this influencer. So anyway, it was horrific because it was basically like he was selling his rights to his story and everything. So he didn't want to do it. And he said, look, you guys can use it, but I'm not signing my life away. I will say it is strange that they asked for a release because, truth be told, I've worked with some big networks and for something like that, they never required a release. So these guys are really, making sure that there isn't any lawsuit issues. I don't know. Are you going to watch this new show on this Freevee network? Does anyone watch Freevee? It's like a whole thing, these behind the scenes of reality show stuff. I just love it. I love comparing salaries and contracts that different ones have and how the different networks deal with stuff. It's just really wild. It's a whole thing for me. I know it's probably not interesting to you guys, but I'm throwing this out just to see if it sticks, right? What else? In case you guys become reality stars, because you very well could be the next reality star. And then I hope you come on my show. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Send me gossip on Instagram at Wilkie_Dana, or get in that Patreon and let's talk. Big kiss, love, loves. Talk to you tomorrow.